Hi guys, it's Alex with Creative Vision Tree, and I'm going to be doing a review this morning of the Woodland Mills 130, HM130. I certainly am not an expert at all, by far. I've just been learning myself recently and cutting up wood, and obviously I do tree work, so I get a lot of this wood for free. And I'm going to show you guys how this thing works and how it cuts the boards out and what it looks like. Seems to do a pretty good job, although I had a little bit of trouble when I set it up. You could tell down here you have to anchor these down, which I didn't anchor all of them because I knew that I was going to, you can see that one right there is kind of anchored down, although there's sawdust all over it. I had to use a little wooden spacer on it. Get it to hold in place good. But that's just so that when I'm putting the logs on there with the tractor, it doesn't move around and stuff, and each one of those little legs is adjusted so that you can get it all level and everything. That was a little bit of a pain, but I'm gonna be moving this thing and definitely raising it up because everything right now is hunched over, and if you're doing it for a long time, your back starts to ache, and so it's not fun to have it this low, which makes sense why most of these bigger ones and better ones, they're up high, so you're not hurting your back or anything. Of course, a lot of those are, have some hydraulic thumbs and grapples and stuff to mount it onto the thing for you. But anyways, let me open this up here. Actually, let me scoot this log in first. You see how just with the cant hook you get this thing moved around. One thing I've noticed too is that the HM130 is advertised as being able to cut a 10-foot log and a 30-inch log, supposedly. And I found out actually recently, even talking to somebody who has been using sawmill and stuff for, he said, like since he was 16, and he was probably in his mid-60s, that's because it's kind of a little bit of a trick in that they expect you to like cut down all the edges all the way around or something like that, before your measurement, or before you can actually run the log. I had a log on here that was like a 23 or 24, and I could barely, I had to really clean up all these little knots and stuff, because I could just barely fit it through this mouth right here. So anyways, it's just a little side note, keep in mind. And then I had to make sure that these were adjusted here so that I can make it all the way to be able to finish the cut right here, because the first few ones that I did, I didn't even get 10 foot. I got like 9 foot out of them, or like 9 and some change. And obviously if all you can do is 10, you better be able to get 10 out of it. So anyways, let me open this up here. Put this down. Hopefully you guys can see good. It has these little clips down here. Getting this open. I just cleaned this off yesterday, so it's nice and wow, relatively clean. But normally it's full of sawdust all over the place. Here's your blade right here. You've got to make adjustments on these little blocks here, and this slides in and out for when you're doing a smaller log. But We'll go ahead and run it and we'll see how it goes.